Hi, I'm Margaret Martin at Melio Guide, and today it is still snowy and cold, and many of my clients are telling me that they're not going outside a whole lot and therefore they're not really challenging their balance. So it's a great time of year to think about boosting your balance. A couple of ways that you can do that. In your home, you don't need real sophisticated equipment. I am going to talk about balance boards and rocker boards should you choose to go there. And then we'll talk about some simple things that you can do without any special equipment at all. And so let's look at a balance board. A lot of balance boards come as circular. This is actually also known as a wobble board because when you're on it, it's pretty wobbly. And it'll have one centered piece. This is not a balance device that I would recommend to most of my clients. It's great if you're used to a rocker board and you want a bigger challenge. So if you've never been even on a rocker board, then I highly recommend you to get more of a square or rectangular board that has either one center piece down or the little knobby that you saw in the center of the other one. You might have two legs on this. And what the rocker board allows you to do is it allows you to practice your balance side to side or forward and back. And I'll show you some progressions that you can do even just to make that a little bit safer. So a rocker board would be a great tool to have to help boost your balance. When starting with the rocker board, you're going to want to place that rocker board between two chairs. You're going to even want to use two books or little pillows or towels folded or something to the effect that you can lift or provide some lift on either side. And what that's going to do is limit the excursion. So you're not feeling like, whoa, you're doing huge excursions. You're going to do smaller excursions till you build your confidence and you know you can do it. So then you start to use either smaller books, smaller towels, or you don't need them at all altogether. And once you're comfortable just standing on them, you can start adding some little squats. So that would be the progression using the rocker board. Now, the next progression we're going to talk about is things that you can do without the use of the rocker boards. And that is simply very similar to all the progressions I've talked about in my Exercise for Better Bones in the beginner and active level. And so you can start with foot position. So what that foot position is, how far those feet are apart. The second point would be what type of surface you're standing on. And the third thing is what you're doing with your eyes or with your head or whether you're closing them all together. And the fourth point is going to be what you're doing with your arms. So those are ways of progressing balance, and we're going to do a whole separate blog just detailing those 4 points in more detail. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Margaret from Melio Guide.